What's up, Miss Reese?
What's popping?
Listen, the only thing that's up and that's popping is all this wet weather right now.
Oh, we don't have no wet weather.
Oh no, Florida has none of that.
Oh, we have it from time to time.
We,
Let's go.
we had it last week.
Wait, but aren't you guys getting like storms and stuff right now?
That was last week.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Wanna done?
Of course. What? We're bipolar down here, okay? You didn't know?
But some parts, right? Some parts got it really, really bad, right?
Fort Myers got it. I didn't realize how
Orlando
bad it
got
was.
too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I did not realize.
Yeah, that's what we've been hearing all of that on the news up here.
Really got it bad.
Yeah.
That's on the way when I go to grandma. I have to pass through Fort Myers.
Oh, oh my goodness. All I heard and saw, because we saw all the houses buried underneath water, the cars and this and that, and it's really bad. It looks really, really bad.
Yes. So you getting the rain now?
Yeah, we're getting it. But you know what? We don't have it that badly. You know what I'm saying? We're getting rain, but it's manageable.
Well,
Yeah.
y'all can, well, not
That's one of the perks of living this far up north.
They had death toll in
Huh? What's that?
died with in Fort Myers,
Uh-huh.
the hurricane, and there's still some people missing.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm on this group on Facebook that is asking, like, do you see anybody? We're looking for these people, and they have the pictures. It's sad.
Oh, that's so sad. But you know what I saw also on the news was a whole bunch of elderly folks and folks who decided to ride it out because they didn't want to leave their homes. But then they had to be rescued because they were about to be washed away and all of this stuff. That's scary.
With Meridian down here.
You got to bring the mic closer. I'm sorry, my dear. You know, us on this microphone thing. Right, Kimberly? You remember that?
This but I don't know. I always you hearing us?
Yes, I hear you.
But yeah, I was trying to say that you want to get some. Yeah, let me see. We were saying that Floridians, we wait until it reaches our front door before we believe that the hurricane.
Before it's actually coming. And I mean, I would have thought that Floridians would be the first people to bounce. Once you hear that something is coming, that you guys will be the first ones to just bounce because you know it's coming. Why wait?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. You hearing us? I'm trying to get this mic sorted out.
Ah, girl. So you have to go bring some of your fanciness where you have on your other show to this show, you know. Because that show is right. I can't hear nothing you're saying. All I see is big, beautiful teeth.
Hearing us now?
You can hear it now.
Now I hear you.
If you ever see a mic stand, you're that dead. Listen, they say when you're dealt lemons,
Mhm.
make lemonade. Yeah, yes,
That's what's happening right
That's-
now.
right. So yeah, basically we had a good time yesterday.
Yesterday. was
Talking on the
nice.
podcast, we had a good time. Girl, I feel like we were
Oh my goodness. Well, let's officially introduce. I don't know if you did because I couldn't hear nothing.
I forgot.
You know, so Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're a little bit late today, but welcome to the Let's Connect show. And if you are with us, thank you. You know, we love you. Just stay with us, comment with us, let us know what you want to talk about. Let us know what questions you have in regarding to the topic. Today, we're chatting about cosmetic surgery. So stick with us. It's a shortened show today. You know,
But we is here.
but we're here. We're
Yeah.
here. That's right. And we have an amazing guest with us today.
I don't know about the amazing part.
Listen, I'm trying to hype her up, okay?
She said, say it again. Boost her ego.
That's right. We have an amazing guest today. So Reese, introduce our amazing guest.
Kim.
That's it, Kim. Kim. That's it.
This is
Kim.
Kimberly, our very good friend who started out with us when we were
Yes.
in and with our Let's Connect and everything.
And they booted me off the show.
We didn't book
Adjure.
I like tell everybody.
Island. We kissed. No, but we had other things going on. But no, I mean, it was never in bad faith, was never bad or anything because she's here,
Right.
right? But she misses us.
Duty calls, work faces. Got it. Yeah.
She got to
busy.
make them
Yeah.
coins.
Got to make the coin. Got to get that bag, girl.
And I convinced her today to come join us because I know
Aw.
the topic. She loved talking about these things. So
Oh yeah, I remember.
why not, you know, have her come on?
Yes.
Oh, so welcome back to Let's Connect, my girl.
Welcome, my dear.
Inviting me back.
And you say I'm drinking coffee today.
Yes. I had to slow down on my coffee.
Well, this is what the second, oh, this is the second one for the day. So,
Yes, girl.
yes, honey. So,
After you get to a certain age, you know, old people like me can't drink too much coffee.
yeah, I know. I'm, oh my God. So, we're just gonna dive in because we came in late today and we want to talk as much as we can about the topic.
Yes.
Definitely we're doing a what they call express,
We're
a quickie. Yes,
doing a quickie.
a quickie. Yeah. That's for the Tracy show, okay? Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God. So today we are going to talk about cosmetic surgery. Right?
Yes. Yes, we are, my dear.
So you want to start off? I'm like, I love this topic because so many, which is mostly women that I'm hearing, do have this kind of surgery. I mean, if it's not butt, breast, nose,
Belly.
belly, and all of that.
Yeah.
It's like the in thing now.
It's very common. It's very common. So for some people who may not be aware, I don't know who that one person might be, but cosmetic surgery, right? We're talking about the goal of cosmetic surgery is to improve your appearance. From my understanding and the information that I saw is really, it's cosmetic, right? It's just to improve your appearance. Maybe it's to improve your self-esteem. Maybe it's to improve your self-confidence, you know, but that's really the goal of cosmetic surgery. And it can be basically performed on any part of your body or on the face, etc., which we know it's been performed all over the body, which we could talk about because some of the most popular ones, we all know them.
The butt and the breast,
The butt, the breast, the nose,
belly.
belly
I
is
keep
one of the
forgetting
main-
the
that's the
belly.
number
That's
the
a
belly.
yes,
The belly.
Yeah.
Main one, and the
yeah.
breast.
And
Those
some listen, some of these things that it, especially on the butt, looks ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. What they call it? BBLs.
I
Yes.
didn't even know what that
Which
was.
Brazilian,
I was like, BB, what?
Say that again, Kimberly.
Brazilian butt lift.
That's right. The Brazilian butt lift. For a while, I didn't know what it was either. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay. You know, Snoop Dogg has this, he has all these funny videos on his Instagram, right? And I saw a video that he posted, and this lady, oh my goodness, talk about a Brazilian butt lift. I had never seen anything like that in my life.
But do you remember K Michelle?
Well, it all, yeah.
She had to take hers out because it actually caused her to be sick.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when K Michelle did hers, it was a total different thing that she was doing than what they're doing right now. Because
Ah.
they're transferring fat. She wasn't doing that. She'd been doing that from a long time ago.
Mm,
She was doing what is it? I think either I don't want to say, so let me not just say. I just know it wasn't the fat transfer because I don't want to say
Ah.
what exactly she did because I'm not quite for sure.
right. Yeah. You know, I was watching a video, and there's this Asian lady that she wanted beautiful. She was actually a model, okay? Gorgeous face, but she wanted to be more beautiful. So she went and got facelifts and all of this stuff. She wanted to be more beautiful and wanted to put in, I guess, I don't know, whatever that stuff is they put in the skin. And eventually they said, okay, you've had enough. They didn't want to give her any more. So she started doing it herself. And then they were like, we can't do it for you. But somehow she got it in the needle and she was injecting her face herself.
Crazy.
Let me tell you, that lady's face got to be this big, humongous. From a beautiful creature to her face was this huge. The neck was so enlarged that you could barely find her in all of that. And then when she couldn't get any more of the stuff herself, she started injecting cooking oil.
Oh my
There's
God.
something like this. Maybe you heard about this before. Something about that. I think I hear.
I didn't even know people were doing that stuff. So we're just like talking about this on this platform so people can understand some of the dangers of this stuff. Do not try to do this on your own. If you don't have the money to do it, then wait.
But this is the thing about it. And this is a good topic to talk about. And I wish we did have more time to talk about it. But let me just say what I got to say here. You know, the thing about it is, I'm not knocking. I don't want anybody to feel offended or anything like that about the surgeries. People can get their surgeries done because people get surgeries done for all different types of reasons why they want to get them. If they're getting to make them feel better, them self-esteem, you know, for their self-esteem. If they're doing it because of their spouse, if they're doing it for the boyfriend, if they're doing it for the girlfriend, whatever they're doing it for, they're doing it. But the thing about it is the surgeries now are becoming outrageous.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, this is like they're making it like it's a trend. And
It looks
people
like
do
a
not, it is exactly what it is. Because if you don't get it done, all right, at one of our Jamaican parties, one of the girls had, and this would make people, natural women, feel away.
Yeah.
At a party saying surgeries versus non-surgeries.
That's the name of the party?
Yeah, so they say if your body in a do up and everything like that, so wait, you know, I'm not, no business here at this particular
Wow.
party.
Are you serious?
It was very much, and it was, you know, I'm not gonna
That.
or anything like that, but that was one of the parties that came up. And the thing about it is, you have to understand now the people who are already, whose self-esteem is already low, they might not have the money, who really want to get it done. Now this takes them to a whole new level.
Yes.
They're feeling. You don't know what you can do. They can probably listen. These people, you don't understand. Even if they're women, people can commit suicide. They can do all these. Young girls can feel that way because they do, because of these surgeries. When we get these things, we're getting them. It come like now that we're getting them, we're getting this surgery to show off on other people. It's not even really about, let me just get my body done.
Right.
And because I have something going on. When most of the time these women go to the doctors and they say, oh, you know, whatever. First of all, they can have a bottom, but they're having the doctors inject more fat into their bottom.
Yeah.
Versus just saying, I have a bottom. Only thing I just don't like I get rid of the fat out of my belly and everything else. And I like the way my bum looks, you know?
Right.
That's what I notice, you know, if they can say something like that, but they don't say things like that. everybody wants injected breasts more. They want more of the bottom and all those things.
Too much
You know,
of the
too
bottom.
much. They're
Too mu-
asking for
it's-
way too much stuff.
Way too much. And they look like they're toppling over, many of them. It's like they don't understand their limits.
Jealous, but I don't understand, why do people think that you're jealous? No one's jealous because what you're getting, you don't look good. You look, my head come and say, why? If you're really just,
It
Come on,
don't
say,
look
"Mama,
good.
nobody not jealous of you, you know. You don't look good. Because if you look good, me I tell you, it looks good.
Oh my
It look-
God.
You look foolish. I don't know who will tell you that.
Exactly.
The guys, they're getting the
Some of these men
attention.
are ridiculous.
They're getting the attention from these guys. That's why they're doing it.
Oh my God.
That is
And
why
I
they're
didn't think-
doing
And
it.
you know what I was thinking? Our Caribbean men was going to say, like, enough is enough. You know, we want our woman to look, you know. we
They
don't
want a
all that.
natural.
No, man, they might really hype this thing up.
Yes, that is
Yes.
Much hype.
Gone are the days when they would say stuff like, we love you natural, and love my natural queen. They don't say that anymore. They like all this fake stuff. So more women are doing it because they want to please these men who are looking for it.
yes,
Exactly.
yes.
And they want them right. They want to please these guys, you know?
I also saw this video of this lady. She's from Trinidadian descent, I think, Trinidad and something. She was, of her parents or whatever. And this poor woman wanted cosmetic surgery, and she went and she got the cosmetic surgery. But let me tell you something, they put all kinds of things in this woman's face, including cement. Are you hearing me?
They put-
Cement. So her cheeks are now like lumps of cement, and they could not get it out. And to this day, she's had numerous corrective surgeries and they still can't fix that thing. Okay, so you got to be careful who you're going to for these cosmetic surgeries. And some people are just going because, the doctor said this. Some of these doctors are not licensed, right?
Talking about the ones that's over in the other countries.
Some of those. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to these
Yeah, they're
different
going to
countries.
over some of these
'Cause it's
different countries, 'cause
cheaper.
it's cheaper to go over
Yeah.
there and get those.
Yes. But you get what you pay for, right? You know that old saying?
Yes,
You get what you pay for. So if you're gonna pay cheap, then you're getting something cheap, and you don't even know who you're getting it from when you go to these other countries. That's the other thing. You know what? There's a show on television called Botched.
yes, yes, I see it.
No,
I
about
watch
that show
it,
there.
sir.
Me can't
Yes.
watch a show, you know.
Ah,
Mm.
Me can't watch a show there.
why, Kim?
Oh my God, it's sickening. I cannot even watch that. It's ridiculous.
It is.
Like a little clips or whatever, long years ago. Oh my God. I can't stomach that.
Yeah, it's for those of you who might be curious, you got to look it up depending on what area you live in, or maybe on YouTube or something, but you can go search for it. It's called Botched. And basically it's cosmetic surgeries gone wrong. So, and it's two doctors that deal with cosmetic surgery, and they will talk to people who have botched surgeries and try to correct it. And sometimes they just flat out tell these people, you've had enough. We can't do any more. You've had enough. This one woman, she wanted to look like some kind of cartoon character. She broke 6 of her ribs. She took them out. Her waist is like this big boobs, just so many different absurdities, that people go through and put their lives in danger.
Right.
And that's the sad part, because
Yeah.
we're not here. So let's clarify this, right? We're not here to dog anybody or to knock their efforts to cosmetically look better, more appealing, because if you feel like something else is more appealing to you, then it's your right to feel that way. But what we're trying to show people is the dangers of some of these things. If you're going to do it responsibly, because you could die.
But
They
then,
find the correct, sorry, go ahead.
no, because they, no, go ahead, go ahead.
So they can find the correct doctors. They need to look into the doctors that they're getting, do the research first. Like,
Yes.
don't be so jumpy. I know some people that I know some people who want to get it done, and they're quick to jump to go and get this done. A couple of my clients that came to me, and I told them, I said, no, what are you doing? Don't go do that. Look into it first, research.
So, you know, Kim, I'm glad you mentioned your clients, right? So for those of you who are listening, and if you were with us on this show from the beginning, then you might remember Kim. Kim was our third member here on the show with us, and Kim has a spa, okay? And that is, she's professionally run. That is her business, and she makes it her business to study this and bring this to all of her clients. And if you're in the Florida area, she'll give you her information, so you go check her out. So in terms of you being a professional in this industry,
So should I
That's how
plug
you're
you
supposed
in?
to do, because Carol doing the right thing.
you know, of course I'm gonna plug her. That's why she's on our show here with us. You know what? That's what we do.
About me. Yeah.
I am happy to do it, my dear. So, you know, Kim, in your professional day-to-day life, and you have clients come in, what are some of the main concerns people have? Why they come to you?
A lot of my clients are concerned about their faces, and they're thinking about their bodies. A lot of them are going, because I do body treatments up there. I do those cavitations. I do those radio frequencies. I do all that stuff up there, the wood therapies and all that stuff. So a lot of my clients will come up there. If they're looking into getting those body treatments, I am going to talk to them about non-invasive first before they go into getting the surgeries. Now, if my client is saying something to me about, oh, I want to get a tummy tuck or whatever, and I'm looking at her and I say, now the first thing I will tell her is, you could do a tummy tuck, but let me just let you know the repercussions of getting a tummy tuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Saying, oh, just go get it done, whatever, and everything like that. I give them some ultimatums. So I'll tell them, you know, some of the treatments that I do, that's non-invasive. If you want to look up the treatments, you can. And then, you know, if you want to look into your treatments about getting surgeries, like, you know, the 360 lipo, the tummy tucks, then those other things. But I kind of talk with my clients, and I also do have a really, really good doctor. If they did, somebody who really cares, if they really wanted to get that done. I've done that with 2 of my clients, and they came back and said, honestly, the doctor was amazing and talked me out of some of the things. I said, because he is a good doctor. Anybody that I refer you to in that particular field, trust me, they're going to give you the honest opinion. It's
Right.
wrong with some of the cosmetic surgeries, because a lot of people come in about everything, about Botox, everything. They come in there from
Ah,
blacks to everybody. They'll ask me about those things. So I'm going to tell them the do's and the don'ts and the right and the wrong, you know, first before they go out and, you know, get those things done.
and that's the way to go. And that's how, you know, for the folks, the clients, customers now, if you're thinking about this, this is how you know if you're in the right place with the right people. If they are willing to be honest and open with you and give you information that you need. If you run into somebody who's not willing to give you any info and right off the bat says to you, yeah, we can get that done. I'll do that right now. When you're ready to do it, let's go. Without even talking you through the process and talking about your specific needs, then you're in the wrong place with the wrong people.
And if
Yep.
I've sent the client, they've gotten their surgery done, look amazing. He's an amazing doctor. Results came out very, very well. She needed some revisions. She went back again, had good results from him. And so that's what I like to tell my clients. So I do have, you know, certain doctors that I would send them into if they want to get certain things done. But
Yeah,
I'm speaking to them. Let's do non-invasive and see where we're going with that first before we
yes.
talk about getting, you know, nipped and stitched up and all whatever, you know.
I like that idea. You know, according to the Mayo Clinic, right? The mayoclinic.org, everybody, if you want to know hop on the mayoclinic.org
Real,
and put in cosmetic surgery.
also,
You will find, I'm sorry, Kim, what?
I'm sorry, also real self. Real self, that's. where
Real
you-
self?
Yes, information.
Realself.com, right? Okay, so you guys listening, our listeners and our friends out there, you write this down, take a note, because if you're considering this, you need to look into it a little bit first, okay? And according to the mayoclinic.org, because cosmetic surgery can bring lasting and dramatic changes to your outside appearance, because that's what we're talking about. Cosmetic is what's going to be on the outside, is not internally, right? It's important, according to the Mayo Clinic, they say it's so very important how these changes might affect you though on the inside. See? Okay, so even though it's on the external side, it is important to know that it could affect you also on the inside. So before you do any of this, make an appointment to see a cosmetic surgeon, okay? And here's the kicker that I really want to express is consider your motives for wanting to change how you look. Consider your motives. What is your motive? What's your reason, your real reason?
Society.
Majority of the time, that's
Majority
what it
of the,
is.
it's
It is
society.
It is, because you're trying to look good. All of them are really basically, you hardly ever find anybody that's doing it and say, oh my God, I hate my belly. I hate this. They're doing it because they're trying to impress somebody else. It's
Mhm.
society. It's
Yeah.
what
And
to look
society
like.
is saying that you have to be a certain way.
A certain type of look.
True.
Yeah,
And I'm so sick of this word dollies. Do anybody know what a doll baby is?
a dog.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm
a
sick of
doll baby?
they're not dolls. What is this with this dolly thing? Some
That's
doctor
ridiculous.
people dollies. They're not dolls. They're humans. Ladies, I'm here to tell you. I'm sorry to mess you up. I don't care who gets mad. It is. You're not a dolly, okay, dear. You're a human being.
Yeah, so true. And I know we started off trying to tell everybody because we wanted to just get into it right now because we have a shortened time today. But I wanted to go back to not just the negative side of it, but just give you a couple positives. If this is something that you want to think about, or you're considering, or you're already deciding to do, point number one,
Mhm.
please, please, please have realistic expectations about what can be accomplished by this cosmetic surgery. Have realistic expectations, right? Don't go in there and ask for double Q boobs. Okay.
Double ZZZ.
I'm saying that's not realistic. And especially if your body frame is this big, you're like a very tiny person. And then you want these boobs that you're gonna topple over. I saw this woman today and on the video, and she and I'm gonna let you go, Kim. She has these cute boobs, right? I think she's in the Guinness Book of World Records or whatever as the second largest boobs or something. And they had to use pig skin on her stomach just to be able to hold up the boobs. Do you know how much her boobs weigh?
That's crazy.
Take a guess.
It's mental.
That's
It had
something
to
wrong
be
with her.
mental.
Something has to be wrong with her.
Take a guess how much her boobs, just the boobs, not her body, her boobs weigh.
About 50 pounds.
Man, you close. I didn't think you were gonna get it. This woman's boobs weighs 42 pounds.
That's Christ have mercy.
And then a man out there will see her and be like, girl, you're looking good. Let daddy come to daddy.
Yes. You think so, joke?
With all of that fake stuff, that is so heavy. That thing weighs 40. She is walking around with 42 pounds on her chest. And because our natural skin in our body is not built to carry that, they had to use pig skin.
It's not.
She's
So onto her body.
something is mentally wrong.
That
Yep.
kind of stuff. So, okay, one, have realistic expectations, right? Two, understand the medical risks, people. There are so many risks.
They should
The physical effects.
they need to consult their doctor, primary doctor, before going to
Yes.
Yeah.
And they will talk to you about the physical effects during healing, because that's the other thing too. There are effects during the healing process.
Underlying conditions is what
It's what,
can mess
yes,
you up really bad. So
Say
meaning
that, what conditions?
if
underlying
underlying,
Oh, yes.
meaning if you're diabetic, if you have any other
High
type
blood
of high blood
pressure,
pressure,
what
those
that
kind of
heart is,
things like
yes.
that, that's an underlying condition. They are not supposed to perform any type of surgeries. Most doctors know that.
Wow.
That's what happened to Kanye West's mom. She had complications from her cosmetic surgery.
Oh, really?
She had, yeah, because she had underlying. I think her doctor told her not to do
I
it.
remember that, yes.
Yeah, and she
See,
went ahead and
Because
she
most
did it.
doctors will tell you, most real doctors will
Yeah,
tell you, because
don't-
I mean, they can get sued for that. So they're
Yeah.
not out there to go and get surgery.
And then another one, Hank
So that's one
Williams.
thing. It's
He's
up to them.
Hank Williams is a country singer or whatever. His wife left Tennessee, came to Jupiter to have her some work done, and she passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There, and that's the other risks, people.
some risk. Yeah, me.
There are so many people who will die on that table. And
Because
I'm not just trying to be all negative and spread doom and gloom. I'm just trying to spread awareness that, you know, if you're looking for some cheap
you'll deep-
cosmetic surgery,
The only thing I wished was when I did my surgery, they could just do it right then and there. Since I'm under the knife already, just take it out. Just take it out. But you know,
Yeah,
other
that's-
than that, I am not doing it. I'll be fluffy until I get less fluffy. And whoever can deal with it, it is what it is. I can't
you know, yeah, you know,
doing my belly. But when I think about it, like, why am I risking my life under the knife? Because anything can happen.
let me-
anything.
Anything can happen.
anything can happen.
And
Let me
I-
tell you something. And that, speaking of that, when you're talking about that, you know, the one thing that as women, what we want the surgeries because we want quick and fast. We don't want to go and do naturally what we're supposed to do
She's
or what
throwing
we should be
shade.
doing.
Throwing shade big time. Big
They
time.
don't want to walk. They don't want to do no exercise, no nothing. They want to go get sliced up and cut up in half with the
That's, but that's the culture we're in, right? That's the culture we're in, Kim, where everybody want everything quick.
It's quick.
It's that quick fix.
If they could
Yeah.
go to the drive-through and get it, they would have go to the drive-through and get
keep walking and see how fast you end up losing that wheel. But I tell you, but I'm not. I'm saying
It's this quick fix thing, man.
we're basically who doing surgery.
People want to be, a lot of people also, they want to take a pill. Oh, take a pill and you wake up tomorrow morning and you're slim.
Well, let me
Solid.
say, if I
The
could
fat
do
burner
that,
pill.
because I would pop a pill in a minute. If that was
People have so much fat burner pills and all kind of sitting out there.
Yes.
Behind- Yes, they have it out there. They
And
have
that is destroying your organs because you don't even know what it's doing to you internally.
showing you people
will do
Reese's
anything.
size, and then they'll show them, you know, smaller sizes after that because they took the pills. So,
Yeah,
to buy these things, but the repercussions of what these pills are doing to you.
exactly.
no way in
You
hell.
know?
I wouldn't-
And you ladies mentioned, the other thing I want to say real quickly also too, when you're doing this, if you're considering, if you're sitting on your couch right now in your car, wherever you are, and you're listening to the sound of our voices right now, me, Kim and Reese right now, if you're listening to us, and this is something that you are planning to do and you're considering cosmetic surgery, think about the lifestyle changes that may accompany the recovery period. So while you're recovering, if you do the surgery afterwards, lifestyle changes even during your recovery. Like, what kind of job do you have? Can you stay out for months and months and months if you're working?
Very good, Carol. That was good. Because
You
I'm-
know,
I think
think
that-
about that kind of stuff, and then you're gonna lose your job, and then you need money to keep on continuing. So there's so many things that you need to think about, not to mention all the other expenses. So, but you ladies talked about chronic medical conditions. So if you have other conditions,
Okay.
you have to think about those and you have to consult your doctor. Because also, if you have a history of smoking, a whole lot of people smoke. If you have a history of smoking, you have to abstain, meaning stop smoking, stop any nicotine products, including tobacco, if you chew tobacco, and the nicotine patches and the gums or the lozenges, that if you're using those for at least 4 to 6 weeks before and after your surgery. So if these are things that you're not doing,
True, because I love my reality show, right? So there's this lady on 90 Day Fiance, Angela. She smoker. I mean, she went to get surgery, and up to the day that she was going to go do the surgery,
she was smoking.
smoking.
Mm.
And doctor is like, you can't be smoking, like,
And then they still want to get it
they
done.
still want to.
So a lot of times it's not really the doctors.
Yeah, it's her. And she had to get it done because she's trying to keep her
Image.
husband.
Yep.
No,
There
because she
you
have
go.
a young husband.
See?
And the husband was
There you go.
upset because no, he didn't want her to have it.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't.
he
But
probably
she,
don't want it
yeah.
done. But you see what the point is, you see what the women
Yeah,
do?
she's
This
doing
is
it
what
for
they're
him.
doing it for.
Yeah.
They're doing that.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
right now we're talking to the people who might be willing to listen. And the thing is, what we do here on this platform, if we can reach one person and possibly save one person, then we're doing a good job. We're happy to do it because a lot of people, most of the people who want to do this, they're not going to listen to us. They just want to do it.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
You know, they're just gonna go do it, the QQQ boobs and people taking out their ribs and all this stuff. They're not listening to us. You know what I'm saying? 42-pound boobs. They're not listening to us. But it's those folks who are thinking about it, maybe, for their spouse or their boyfriends, or they think, and they're not certain whether they want to do it. Those are the people that we're trying to reach today to say, think twice. Okay, we're not telling you not to do it, but work with a doctor to do it safely.
Right.
Please.
Do your research. Just make it something that you really want to do. Do it for yourself.
Yeah. And the folks who are looking for perfection, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter.
Because
You're
guess
not-
what?
You're not a doll. Again, I have to
Kim say
say
you're not a
that.
dolly. You're
No,
not
yeah,
Ken
you're
and
not-
Barbie.
No,
Yep.
Barbie, everybody are trying to look like that. You're not going to be
I'm a
perfect.
Barbie girl.
Everybody know that
in
Ken
a
and Barbie
Barbie
dolls were perfect
world.
little people. That's why they want to look like that. Now,
Yes. Yes.
we're not going to be perfected. We're
People
gonna-
are looking for perfection and it doesn't exist. Now, if your goal is improvement, you can try that. You want to improve something. Maybe your nose is all crooked and you fell down before and you broke your nose or something, or it's too large and you want to, improve it a little bit or something. But if you're trying to be perfect, you will never achieve. And then, you know what, ladies, that's something that's in some of these videos I was looking at also. All of these people who their waist is like 7 inches. I'm like, how do you even breathe if your waist is 7 inches and stuff like that? And the boobs, you're falling over and stuff like that. They are chasing perfection, but they never stop. They keep going.
I have nice boobs. I'm a
Hey, man,
What are you? You're a double Q too?
I'm a
my-
double
my
D.
breasts are heavy body.
You're a QQ?
You're a QQQ.
Cute. Not cute.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. It's sad, and we just want to reach some of the folks to let you know the dangers of this. So please consider, think twice. We're joking and we're laughing, but we're trying to educate at the same time, right?
They're going to get cosmetic surgery. Can they proportion themselves, please? I
Right.
beg of you.
I
They have the
second.
tiny waist.
I second.
You hardly see the waist, and they have this big butt and hips.
I don't know how they hold it up.
Like I told you, I saw this video on, I think it was Snoop Dogg's page. This lady, her butt and her hips were so humongously large, but then her legs were like so small.
Wait,
I'm like, how is she even able to walk?
let me tell you a joke.
I like
Somebody
it,
came
man.
here one day, and I'll be wearing the waist trainer. That be like, I tell people, if y'all hear me in the hospital, don't worry. It's too tight. So I had it on and whatever, but I guess it kind of make a little thing. So
No,
the lady
because
was like, is that your butt? I'm like, lady, when the Lord was giving away butts, I was at the front of the line. This is all natural. Yeah. Just like your butt is, it's natural, honey. You understand? So I
I
just,
used to get that a lot too in the
Yeah.
salon. Yeah.
but I can understand if you want to have a butt, yeah, but don't overdo it.
Right.
Don't overdo it.
Michelle's butt was just looking tired, nasty. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was
And I
just
love her
not.
dearly.
I
and
love her,
everything.
but that
Yeah, but
whole thing just wasn't
Yeah.
cute.
I'm so-
It's not. It's not. You know, everything in moderation, and that's the whole thing. Like we talked about, improvement. Don't seek for perfection or get realistic. Stay realistic.
Hands.
good.
That's the
My
word.
favorite word.
Yeah.
It's-
Enhance. If you want to enhance something, but then again, enhancement to you might mean something different to me. It might mean something different to you. You know, so clearly enhance means something different to them.
Right. Exactly.
You know, so some of the most common procedures, cosmetic procedures, are like what we talked about, facelift.
Oh, there was
It's
this
the facelift. Then you have liposuction. Then you have breast augmentation, so it's the boobs. And then you have this, I didn't know, the neck lift.
girl, they have all kind of lifts. All down there, they
Never
have a
looked
lift.
at- They have, and Gina too.
They have a lift down there too.
Oh, on the as you said that, Kim, on that show Botched, there was this woman, I think she's from Russia or something, and beautiful, but she oh my goodness, they showed when they were like digging into her eyeballs and stuff because she changed the color of her eyeballs.
Did that? What's her
T.I.
Ti's
did
Ti's
that.
wife did that. Tiny.
Permanently changed the color of her eyeballs. It's like,
You see what?
That's what
woo,
that's what contact lenses are for.
oh my- exactly. Can't you just put on some contacts? But so she did all of that. It was so extreme. And then what was I gonna tell you? I forgot the point that I was trying to tell you. So hopefully, you know, the kids are off right now, but we're not saying anything wrong anyways. But she asked them, the doctors on the show Botched, she asked them to do a procedure on her lady parts.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And she wanted to carve it into a flower,
What? Wait, her what?
her vagina.
Yes, her lady parts.
You know, hear me say her lady parts. You have to make me say it.
You know, you know, oh, she's already.
Because they was rolling the thing.
Yeah, you know how Carol is
Right.
So
very.
this is not Reese showing up.
That's
This
not
is
a
not Reese showing up. This is not Reese mad showing up.
Gina.
yes. Yeah, she wanted it to be.
So
in
are
a-
you serious? Like a flower?
A flower. She wanted to carve it into a flower, and they were like, absolutely not.
That's crazy.
This is the what we're talking about, people and their mentalities.
You never hear about the carve business. I'm talking pumping up and everything like that. Then pump over the front. You never know that.
Pump it up. I've never
Add
heard.
more fat in there. And the vagina part. You never know it.
No.
What?
And then you
I'm just learning that today, Kim.
drop dead. Me first me ever see anything like that. Me say I don't want a Jamaican too. Me say me don't understand. Oh, you managed to go do that. Me laugh. Matter of fact, she laughed at me because I said, "What is that?"
She showed
Why is
you?
that- No, she have to show
Oh.
me because I poke out like your titty. So the front is like this. She laughed and dropped it.
She showed it to you?
Dress.
She said it printed out.
It
That's
come like one man penis. I'm just being straight up honest. It's nothing disgusting. I'm just telling you. It was poking out. She had a fitted dress on. And it's just like how I'm telling you. So I was like,
you touched it?
what? The dress? She dropped down on the ground because she laughed. The tears come out of her eyes because I said, I've never seen anything like this. And again,
I've
you
never
can just
heard
do,
of
you
it.
can just do like this here. She said, you're dumb, Kim. I'm so serious. I said, what day if we go get them sitting there done?
Oh my goodness gracious. All my years on this earth. Wow.
Her body is huge. When I tell you huge.
Wow.
Doing all these extra things and stuff, and they're adding and stuff. And I know there's a couple more that's like that too.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yep.
They want penis and everything. And I understand that. On there.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. So there's a difference between everybody, there's a difference between cosmetic surgery and plastic surgery.
There's a difference?
Yeah. So plastic surgery, the training is different, right? It involves a broader scope of the procedures to restore the body's normal appearance and function. So it restores the body. That's plastic surgery, but cosmetic surgery now is really, it focuses exclusively on aesthetic procedures. So basically aesthetically, how something looks, how good it looks. Plastic surgery, somebody, you were, heaven forbid, you were in a fire, you got burned and damaged and whatever, you got to have plastic surgery. That's plastic surgery. Cosmetic surgery is just to make you look pretty. That's the difference.
That is,
Okay.
the cosmetics are different. That's different from plastic surgery.
Yes. So I just wanted to make a distinction between the two for folks who might be listening, and then some people think about dental implants, right? What do you think about that? Is that cosmetic? Because that's the thing that, I'm like, I was asking my dentist, I'm like, wait a minute. So if I want something, is my insurance company gonna cover it?
Like you mean, I would think that is more cosmetic.
I would say that too.
I would think that is more cosmetic. But then who won't walk around with no teeth?
Everything else.
Yeah.
But when you see people with nice front teeth and everything like that, I always admire that.
That's cosmetic.
I want to get my teeth whitened up too.
So again, it depends on the function, right? It
Like-
depends on the function and the purpose of the surgery. So if it's like dental implants, if you're getting them just to replace teeth that you lost due to decay, if your teeth are decayed and you just want them, or even if it's illness or you get older from age, you lost your teeth and you get dental implants, that's cosmetic,
Right.
but if it's something that impact the way you look or impact how your smile looks, so you lost it somehow and you need implants because it somehow your face has gotten lopsided or something and is drooping down for whatever reason, you need implants to hold up, then that's not cosmetic.
Plastic surgery, because that could be an accident, car accident. It could be
Yes.
you fell on your mouth, your face got
So-
distorted, and your teeth got all messed up and everything.
So what would you say gastric bypasses? Would that be a cosmetic or would it be no, because
No, I'm trying to think because I didn't even say plastic or
cosmetic?
I'm just
Because
laughing.
it's a person's weight. I guess you have to be a certain weight, right? Because you can't just go in and say you want a gastric bypass.
Right.
Be of a certain weight for you to qualify for that.
Yes. And I guess it's not just weight, it's like, is it medically necessary as well? So that's one of the things that the insurance companies, they determine that, right?
Right.
So they're looking at all of that to say, is that medically necessary for you to have this gastric bypass? Because is there a danger to your life? Because otherwise, if it's just because you want to lose the weight, honey, you're going to have to go on a diet plan and this and that, the other, because otherwise, unless it's a threat to your life.
Life or death situation. You ever see people like maybe 300, 400, 500 pounds? Have you ever seen those big, huge people? Those are the people who could do the gastric bypass because they need because they're having complications with their health.
Yeah. And believe it or not, and those people, because there's a show called My 600-Pound Life or something like that.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I used to be addicted to that show, and not because the people were larger. It's just,
Fat people.
they're human, right? And it's just,
Fat don't mean say them not a person,
yeah, and they struggle, and some of them overcome so many odds to lose the weight and to keep it off.
I'm always confused because I just want to know, when does this eating stop?
Depression. They go
It
through
must be,
depression.
though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It
they're
must
going
be.
through
It's a hard
something.
thing.
Yeah.
Hell, I barely even want to eat right now. So I'm just trying.
And that's one of the reasons I watch that show, because there's always a trigger.
Yeah.
It's usually something that trigger. It could have been a trauma. And a lot of times it was a trauma from their, that's why there's usually a psychiatrist or something, someone on the show to talk to them and determine when it started. Maybe they had some trauma in their childhood, you know, and that's when they realized that's when the food started to replace other things.
Emotional eater.
Yeah.
And then it never stopped.
It
That
gets
right
out
there
of
is a- that-
control.
Yeah, that, right,
You
there's a
understand?
different story, because that.
But yeah,
is-
you're
that's
right
a
when you said
disease.
600 pounds,
I'm
like,
just trying to figure out though.
Yeah.
like,
You know, and even so, after, you know, a lot of times after, if they get to do that surgery, because that Dr. Naziria, whatever, on that show, he always did a whole bunch of consultations and stuff with them prior to doing that surgery with them to make sure that they are fit for that surgery, you know. And one of the things he looks at, of course, is mental and all of that. But after the surgery is performed, where does all that skin go?
see, that's another thing. You can lose weight, but then you have that excess skin, then that's another surgery.
mhm.
So you don't
Yes.
want to walk around with all that.
Well, yeah, that's
flab.
stuff, but yeah. but
And
yeah,
it's-
they had a lady like that. and
It's,
let me tell
oh
you,
my
you
God.
can't watch, you can't look at that lady. I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but I'm telling
Yes,
you,
you
they
are.
pulled that lady.
You know, but it's like, where does all the skin go? And sometimes, a lot of times, most often, the insurance company will cover it because it is deemed necessary, because now you're smaller and you cannot walk around with all of that.
So,
You know?
It was the tightening. They have to go for a surgery.
so
as
that's
far as
another,
tightening.
so
Yeah.
that's one surgery
That's another surgery that you have to go do.
that's more complicated. I
See?
mean, cause for complication.
But guess what?
Yes.
I don't want to go and do it any other way because they figure this is the
Stop
faster way
throwing
and
shade
everything.
at me. I'm
It's
sick
up.
and tired of you throwing shade at me.
They don't want to. They don't want to do that. You see, when people start
you're
saying,
right.
when people start saying that, that means that's a guilt thing for them when they start opening up.
Exactly.
When the person never even call
She
her
knows that she guilty.
like that. You see, that's guilt. That's guilt.
Mhm. She knows.
Calling the name out, right?
She knows. You don't even have to say nothing.
She getting back at me for yesterday. I know.
I'm running.
Yeah, but it's true. It's true. Try
Yeah.
other ways first before
Yeah.
trying to go the surgery way.
Yeah.
It take longer.
Right.
Me is I always say it's easy to put on the weight, but it's harder to
It's
take.
hard to take it off. Yeah, it is.
Why is it
and-
everything that is
and-
bad is good? It comes in
It's
good.
your-
And then
tell me
when it's
about
healthy and you're supposed to do it, it's the hardest thing.
Mhm.
But you know what, Reese? You know, when we think about it, we always say, yeah, it's hard. It's true, you know. But if you end up getting sick to the point where you cannot eat like that anymore, otherwise it's gonna kill you. You know you'll do it.
Yeah.
You know you'll change your eating habits because you have to, and then you'll lose the weight.
Unless you just don't care.
Unless you just don't care, and then you say, okay, fine, I'm just gonna die.
Yeah.
But most people don't want to do that. Most people will not just say, yeah, just go ahead, I'm gonna die, so I'm not changing my eating. They will change.
Some of them. Some people won't change.
It's like
depends-
people-
it depends
like
on-
people
because they
are-
have to get to the point where
Listen,
till it stop them.
listen.
So whatever and everything like that for them to really.
It's like people on
You can say
oxygen.
one thing, one doctor can tell me, it frighten me like I don't know what. You can't tell me nothing because me easy for frightened when it comes to those stuff there.
Me too.
It's like I see people on oxygen and smoking.
Right.
They
And they
use-
do it all.
Yeah, that's unfathomable. Yeah. Yeah.
And plug up and you
The,
still
or
smoking.
alcoholics, when you tell them they can't have a drink and they still a drink.
And
'Cause
they
you
know,
possibly can get an ulcer or
Yeah.
whatever and everything.
or you have diabetes, so you're not supposed to be drinking it, what, you know,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
And their mentality, I'm gonna die anyway, so why not?
Right. You got some people that's like
Yeah.
that. They will say that.
Yeah, there are some, you know, you're gonna find folks like that regardless. So basically, the United States and Brazil account for 28.4% of all cosmetic procedures, just these two countries. That is massive. Okay, and the number one country, of course, is the US. Coming in right behind that is Brazil. Well, not necessarily right behind, but they're number two. But the US tops the list
Oh,
in
yes,
cosmetic surgery.
certainly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Them too enough over here. Them
it's
too enough.
society that does, They
Them
are just
follow people too much. They follow fashion. Them just follow people too much.
they're
man.
stressing people with how you're supposed to look at
How you
everything.
supposed to look, the standard of beauty and stuff like that. And the sad part is there are other countries who are watching this country and then now trying to do the same thing.
Don't we have a mind of our own?
But this is what I was.
Don't
just
we have
about
a
to
mind
say.
of our own to say, I don't care what society say, I'm doing it my way. Why you have to follow?
That's
Yeah.
it. No one wants to, nobody wants to hear and nobody wants to believe that, but it is that. And you can get yourself caught up. It's not young people alone get caught up in that.
They don't have
It's
enough.
it's
They
all
don't have
people that
enough
get caught up
vacuum
there.
to take out my belly fat, so they might as well. Let me just stay.
It's not even that serious with you.
But you know what's interesting too? Number 3 on this list is Mexico.
Mexico,
What about them?
Number 3, the top 5 countries for cosmetic procedures. 1 is US, 2 Brazil,
they like
3 Mexico. But I firmly believe the reason why Mexico is number 3 because everybody I go to Mexico go have them under the table stuff.
People say that.
what are other 2 countries?
Germany is number 4 and number 5 India. India.
Talk about India. India?
India.
Come to Colombia.
Yeah, for real.
Colombia not in
Top
there?
5. This is as of a study that was done in 2018.
You
Oh
need a
my
study
God,
that's
they
done
need to study that.
2022.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
India?
They need the 2020. Never hear nothing about
I
that.
was surprised that India was number 5 on the list. But then again, remember, India has way more than 1 billion people.
I'd rather
So-
go to India than because you know them, the Indian people, they're smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They do surgery.
But I'm just saying, I'd rather go to India than Mexico.
No, definitely not. That's Mm.
But I never,
Yeah. And a lot of other parts of Asia now are ramping up too. Like even in Korea, they're doing it there, but nobody wants to own up to it. It's a secret.
never heard a body say, "Oh, I'm going to India for some tummy tuck."
Yeah, never ever heard one person say that. Germany, I never heard
And
anybody
even
say
Germany.
Germany. Germany or them two. Those
Them
are
on
the
a
same.
deal
I
with
don't know
it.
Where them come from?
Them
with
on a
that.
deal with it.
They're-
They're on
exactly.
the hush hush.
You see how they? Wow, them wicked too.
Mm.
Yes, exactly. Yep. And then we talked about the procedures already with the tummy tucks and the liposuction and the breast augmentations and all of that stuff. So funny. So one of the things also I want to talk about is the age. The age, if you're thinking about getting cosmetic surgery, what's the best age? Because remember, we talked about the medical risks and all of that. So think about the fact that there are medical risks.
It doesn't matter. Pretty much, you can get surgery at any age, but going back to where we're talking about those underlying conditions, and depending also what kind of surgery you're getting.
Yeah.
The age doesn't really matter. You can get it done as long as your condition's okay. But let me just elaborate a little bit on the younger people, because I'm seeing them doing it more than anything. I don't know how they want nobody to touch them when they still green inside and all outside and everything like that. And I don't know. I don't understand that.
Society.
They're
I
not
mean,
even
new
ripe up
social
yet,
media.
good and everything like that. They make people touch them.
Ah, you just said it. You hit the nail on the head. That's it. Say that again.
But about the ripe?
They're not even ripe up yet.
Yes,
So-
that's
Green.
them green
Yes.
are.
So basically the age, the best age to have a cosmetic surgeon, keep this in mind, everybody, is between 18 and 70, because what Kim just said, okay, the procedures work best when the body has achieved its full adult size. In essence, you got to ripe up first.
Exactly. 18 and 19 and 20 come in on that, because at that time there, those are the time that your body is still, and they don't, but nobody not thinking about that, because you're thinking, but I'm 20, I'm 21. You're
Yeah.
not getting it, honey.
Yeah, you've got to wait until your body is fully developed.
One number, no 20 number. What about inside your body? At this
Yeah.
point, you're supposed to be, your breasts are perky. They're supposed to be, well, I see a lot of young girls' breasts are not perky like that, and they didn't have any kids. So I'm confused about the whole situation, but that's a whole nother story right there with them. But the thing about it is, usually we're firm, our bottoms are firm and tight.
If
Those
they have
things
a-
are, if they
Wait, Reese.
The firmness. I said, wait, that's not what your butt's supposed to be.
The
I don't remember
twerking.
my butt. Yeah, the
The
twerking.
twerking.
The twerk.
Oh.
The other things they guess what? If they see this show now, they're gonna say we're older ladies
Yep,
and we're
they're
haters.
older.
I love it.
Haters.
Okay, boys,
Yeah, we
all right.
hating. We hating.
Right. Let's see what age. I'm gonna see how you're gonna be talking then and everything like that. Right. We're hating. Hey, I'm just
These
like
old bar farts talking about.
over 20 or 21 and 18 or whatever
What?
and everything like that. You understand? So me
They old haters.
and all kind of sitting like that. So me don't know nothing about no flabbiness. Me firm and tight up. Me still firm and tight up though. That's all I can say. But anyway, firm and tight up and everything like that. Me don't understand.
It's
It's
just
confusing, yo.
it's social
They-
media.
Yeah,
It's just
that-
social
that's
media.
social
Yes.
media.
Yes.
I'm like,
Exactly.
Social
I-
media.
Oh my goodness.
Live. Let them
Yeah,
live.
I know.
Let
I
them
love
live.
When my girls come in there, they love me to death. So I listen. They know
I
Kimmy's gonna give it to them raw. That's it. No one gets offended. You know, whatever. They're looking good. I said, listen, I can only just show you how to look good. Whatever goes behind that, this is the right way of doing it. I'm gonna show you that. This is what you learn here on this skincare journey. You know, they love it. They do. I mean, to the point that they say, I don't want to wear makeup anymore.
Oh, that's great.
Then that you need to be doing these things. So this won't happen.
like
Wow.
like how you plug in your thing. Where we get a chance to plug in?
See it there?
You can plug
We
in
already
Kimberly.
plugged it in.
Yeah.
Something nice.
Hey, hey.
Everything. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's, you know, and even when my clients do come in about the surgeries too, I just let them know there's to close my part on that part. I just let my clients know the do's and the don'ts. And I just, you know, talk to them about it. If they do want to do the cosmetic surgery, like I said, I do have a doctor too that I know that's pretty good. They are very good. I'm sorry, not pretty good. That they can talk to first. They are good doctors, and just, you know, they go by the rules, and then go see your doctor first and just make sure that your conditions, I'm not here to judge. Do what you got to do, you know, and then if you want non-invasive, I'm here to help you with that part.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Good way to close
it.
out.
Mhm.
Yes.
And Reese, why were you so interested in this topic? You never said.
I just because I see so much of it going on around. Like
She
every
don't wanna
other
she don't want to
person.
tell you the truth.
What?
You know, so she have an appointment for the surgery next week.
You have an appointment for the surgery next week, and you up here on this show talking like this?
Do not listen to her.
What
Okay.
your breast done? Just want to tell you, belly and all them something. Just want to tell you, but sorry, I have to tell you.
Well, I am glad Kim just told me.
Yes.
How dare you sit up here and talk about this stuff, and then you're like, yeah.
Start out next week. You're gonna see a different player, be a big body and cute.
I'm gonna have to make an appointment to talk to myself if I look like that. Okay. No. It's just amazing how every other person is having surgery.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I know that we all want to look nice and, you know, be confident and all that, because I'm one of them people, but I'm just not doing it,
Right.
you know, so.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it. And it's, for me, I'm a scaredy cat, number one, you know, and number two, I just don't want to.
It's to me,
Now, I'm
I
not
don't,
gonna lie, guys. I'm sorry. One thing that I did go to the doctor, I have to reveal it. I did go to that same doctor and everything. I do want a breast lift.
that's why they have Victoria's Secret. You
I
see,
know, right?
They're on right now.
listen, I love my
Walk into Victoria's Secret and get yourself a lifted bra.
I don't want nobody else. Listen, I'm gonna get my breast lift. Yes,
You don't need to cut them up and do none of that stuff. And go put no peer.
You want to give yourself a black eye?
No, but he said with me, I'm not getting anything put in. He said I would have to reduce. I
Okay.
said, okay, nothing.
Oh,
to
so
put
you're
in there.
reducing?
Yeah, reduce and put. He said because it would not. Those things are way too heavy. He said to be talking about. If you put them up, look. You look like the box
But you
of
see,
people.
Andrina's,
Think about her.
you saw my daughter's breast. You saw my daughter's breast,
Mm.
Andrina.
Mm-mm.
You remember that Andrina? She wears a triple, and that's natural. Her natural boobs. She's a triple. I forgot. Like real. I'm like, girl, where you get that? Do you know she has to get a reduction?
Yeah. Some people.
I think when we were in high school, there was someone who had to get a reduction too because her natural boobs were pretty large.
Hurt your back, and
Yeah.
Kim,
Yeah,
that Kim
Mhm.
Fields, she had big breasts.
that's why I don't understand this woman whose breasts she had them put in to 42 pounds. I just don't understand that.
Until
You know, and there are people who have to do surgery to remove them to, you know, because they're too much. They're a strain on your back.
Yeah, nothing put in. He was saying that he would have to reduce it and then lift. That's all. That's all that he was going to do. Because I was like all over him, like, wait, what are you going to be doing? And all. He goes, first of all,
I could use a lift myself. I'm gonna go in for a lift.
I'm going for my lift. If God spare, I'm going for the lift. Because he says just the lift and just take out. I can, trust me.
I don't have a whole ton, but I could use a lift.
Licensed blouses and clothing. People.
And it's funny, naturally, there are some people who naturally did not have breasts that are up to here. They somehow, you know, and it's not from being overweight or having children or anything. It's just some people are naturally, they're not high. They don't have high boobs.
Okay, example. You see the blouse that I had on last night? And I had on my brother, my
The black
brassiere
one?
last night. Yes. but
Yes.
No, not the black,
the red one.
but the red one and everything. So that's the, you see how full my breast is? So
Mm-hmm.
imagine me getting the breast lift and then the thing gonna lick me.
They will be all up under your chin.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yes, my dear. So Kim, tell us the name of your spa.
Kimberly's Glam Spa and Boutique. I'm in Coral Springs. That's 1515 North University, Suite 208A, Coral Springs, Florida.
33071.
Oh, thank you. I forgot about
Yes, 33071. So Kimberly's Glam Spa. That's the name of it. Now, also give us your social handle, starting with IG. Kim, what's your IG handle?
Kim's Glam Faces. KIMSGLAMFACES.
Okay, I'm going to repeat that for folks who might not have heard it clearly. It's Kim's Glam Faces, like your face, Kim's Glam Faces. So pass through on Instagram, follow her, press the follow button, and like her posts and check her out. Okay. And especially if you are in Florida in the Coral Springs area, you want to go by and check out Kim and give her a call. Kim, what's your number?
754-281-2763.
So again, everybody, call before you go because she does run a legit business. So you've got to make an appointment. So don't just show up all 10 people deep on her. She don't have time for that. Make an appointment. 754-281-2763. Okay, so definitely check her out. And Kim, I told you this before. I love your skin. And all of the stuff that you do, it just always looks so plump and so full and rich. Yes. So everybody, if you want that type of skin or find out what she's doing with her skin, you might want to give her a call and go check it out. Okay, because she knows her stuff. I know, Kim, you love talking about this stuff.
And that's why we have to cut it down because she will be on here for the next hour. And I'm not
I
with
knew
that.
haterism was
I
gonna
am
come
not
in
with
there.
that today. We're getting ready to wrap up.
Yes. Yes.
I had a long day and I am not playing with Kim today.
I knew it.
Oh my goodness.
Not going through all of that. I was gonna say thank you, Carol, and everything like that. So she already put out there for the people to contact me, and if they want to talk about facials and body treatments and stuff, just give me a call. I have a new person that's gonna be starting as a front desk clerk. That's gonna be starting very, very soon.
Official.
That's it.
Official. That's right.
Through her and all
Doing it.
So, yeah, it won't be me.
I still
Anymore.
have your personal? Can I call your personal? line?
Would you please?
No, call the front desk and make an appointment like everybody else, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
All right, my dear. So everybody, we love you guys. We love you for hanging out with us. And if you're listening to us on the radio, thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging out with us this evening. This is the show called Let's Connect. We are here usually every Monday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on myturnradio.com. So if you're checking us out on the radio, myturnradio.com, you can also go on your app store, go to whatever app store you have or your Google Play Store, wherever you go, and download the My Turn Radio app. So you can carry that app with you and you can listen at any time you want to My Turn Radio. And our show, Reese, tell the peoples where can they find our show?
Peoples can go on to YouTube, Let's Connect, and make sure you like, share, and hit subscribe. And
Please.
and you can find us on our podcast.
Yes. And wherever you get your fine podcasts, you
Yeah.
know, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your Spotify, check out Let's Connect, everybody, and support us. Okay. Listen, we're bringing you this amazing info every week. Support and amazing guests like Kim
Yes.
that comes on Kimberly's Glam Spa to talk to you folks.
She is not people. She is not special. Don't let, she does
some
one
negativity over here over by me.
Don't make her feel like she's some
Throwing her hater juice on you right now, Kim. She's just throwing her hater juice all over you now. See, that's so wrong.
that she's something.
Anyway, thank you, everybody. We had fun. We love sharing this info with you. We'll be back next week, next Monday, same time, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, this is a show called Let's Connect, the show where you find
Passion.
more passion.
Jesus. Did it?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Y'all change it.
Ooh,
What in the hell is that?
all I can hear is more passion.
Jesus, take the wheel. More compassion.
Oh, she said more compassion. Ah,
Okay.
more empathy.
Said that before?
No, more compassion.
Yes, and more empathy and
Less
less
judgment.
judgment.
People don't judge.
Thank you, everybody. See you next time.
Good night.
Bye.
Oh,
So wait, this a repeat on
hold on, let me get up.